Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. Today I'll be demonstrating how to create this top forward style cake. I'm using the Agbay to level and tort my cakes. You can find the Agbay and all of the tools used in this cake tutorial at the My Dream Cake website, linked in the description box below and in our bio. A huge thank you to My Dream Cake for sponsoring this video. I'm going to go along the middle of my two cakes. These are 8-inch cakes that I've used. And now I know for a fact that they are going to be totally level. From here, I've got all of my layers stacked up together, and I'm using a metal scraper to cut down about 3 to 4 centimeters from the edge. And now we have a nice flat foot that is going to support our cake once it is top forward. I did not have a cake board big enough, so I just used a really giant cake tin. I have some buttercream that's going to hold our baking paper down flat, and then I've got some of that buttercream nice and thick on that baking paper. I'm going to smooth it out. It's about half a centimeter or so in thickness, and then I'm going to fill my cake. Because I know I want the outside to be a white finish, I'm creating a dam of buttercream in white and then filling in with pink. This is totally optional though. You can just have the same color all the way around. Even your crumb coat doesn't really matter too much. The final layer of frosting will always come through without any issues. I am stacking all 4 layers of cake together. You could stop at 3 layers. That was nice and thick, and it would still be stable enough to hold up when you put it upright. And then I'm creating that crumb coat in white frosting. I'll have the recipe linked in the description box below for this particular recipe, or you could check the cards up top as well. Smooth that out, fill in any pockets as you go, and then for the flat base I like to work from the outside in towards the middle just to create a bit more of a sharp edge, bringing that lip of frosting to the center, and then refrigerating the cake for about 20 to 25 minutes, just until it becomes nice and firm to the touch. And then you can apply that final layer of frosting. I have to say, in my almost 10 years now of cake decorating, those flat edges like square cakes, rectangle cakes, they are still my kryptonite, but I find that I can create a nice edge if I go over multiple times, starting from the outside leading in. So you can see here, I'll go over it a few times. I'll try to create a nice dense lip on the other side. And then once that lip is created, you can drag it in kind of like you would the top edge, and it just helps to really create a sharpness to your corners. So going in from the outside, leading in, just like you would for the top lip. Clean up the top edge, and then back into the fridge she goes to set. In the meantime, I'm going to roll out some fondant. This is going to be the panel that goes at the front of the cake. You can roll it out to about 3 or so millimeters in thickness. I've taken an 8-inch cake board, same size as my cake, and I'm just cutting along the edges. I'm going to mark where the middle is and use a scraper to help guide my knife to a nice clean straight cut. Release the baking paper from that cake tin, add another baking paper on top, something firm like a cake board, and then flip it upside down. Peel that paper in from all the corners outside leading to the middle, and that way you don't mess up the edges. And then you can remove that piece of baking paper. And if your buttercream finish isn't completely flat, you can fill in any spaces and then use a scraper to help smooth out the top. Remember to clean up your edges as you go, because sometimes it can mess up your edges. And then apply your little fondant piece to the front of your cake with a little bit of water. You can use the fondant smoother to make sure that it's sitting nice and flat and flush. Then again with the baking paper, something flat, and turn it upside down again. This way you can cut off the excess fondant using the edge of the cake as a guide, so you know it's going to be nice and neat and flush. Do the same for where the foot of your cake is. Turn it upside right again, and then this time we are going to be creating a little bit of a sticky buttercream foot. bring that baking paper right to the edge of the cake board so that you can fold it down and sit the cake flat on your cake board. This is actually the easiest part. Make sure it's centered and then just bring it upside forward. Remove that baking paper and your top forward cake is basically complete. Now we can just add our decorations. This is some edible gold glitter by Iconic. You can find this at My Dream Cake. And then with the stencil, I've taken just a little bit of shortening, rubbing it nice and thin across the surface of my stencil, and then rubbing the stencil shortening side to the cake. And that way the shortening sticks your stencil to the cake. It ensures that no buttercream seeps underneath the pattern, and it creates a really clean finish. I'm going to use my scraper to help smooth out that pattern, and I did get a little bit of that buttercream on the white side. I was devastated, but that's okay, it's an easy fix. I'm going to take that glitter pump bottle and pump it all over the stencil. And then the most satisfying part of this cake is removing the stencil. I love that feeling where it's just all nice and neat. Here I attempted to cut away the color and then filled it in with a little bit of buttercream and smoothed it out. For a last optional step, you can take some gold leaf and blur the line where the fondant meets with the other side of the cake. In hindsight, I wish I'd used a different gel color for the buttercream because you could tell it were two different golds, but that's okay. Lessons for next time. Here we have some compound chocolate. I've melted it down and using some styrofoam balls attached to some toothpicks, giving it a good tap to tap off the excess. Turn it around so that that dimple is facing up. Give it another tap and that will settle the dimple so you have perfectly covered spheres. I'm actually going to use some of that edible gold dust onto my chocolate. What I love about using golds is that when you have it on a dark chocolate base, or like you could tint it black if you want, it really accentuates the color of the gold. I'm just going to brush it all over and it sticks really, really nicely to chocolate. With that excess, hold your baking paper in half, give it a tap to settle the gold, and then just gently pour it back into your container. I'm adding some flowers, and the stems have been dipped in a product called Stenciling, so it is now food safe. I'm going to concentrate the flowers all in one top corner, and then just little elements as it comes down the cake. But the main body of the decoration is at the top. And that's it. That is how you create a really fun and easy top forward cake. There is a little bit of flipping and fluffing the cake, but I promise you it's really, really easy once you get the hang of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to our awesome sponsors over at My Dream Cake. You can check out the link below to all the tools. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.